Welcome to Caroline GW Yoga and this evening's class. As I was saying earlier, we're going to be focusing on the spine and just getting a lot of movement around the spine. So moving through flexion and extension. And just so you know, by the end of the class, you'll really have a strong understanding of the difference of the two and the importance of both of these, as well as finding the middle, the neutral spine. So moving in and out between those three, okay? Because it's really important to be able to have that mobility and movement as well as the stability, and to be able to know and feel the difference. So when you use your spine and your posture, not only in your yoga, but when you're doing other sports, you know that you're not kind of just reverting to a bad posture, which tends to be kind of the one that you go to too often. You want to have that balance of the three, okay? So we're going to start as I am in a seated position. So we're going to start just with a very simple breathing exercise. It's one of my favourites, it's Nadi Shodhana. It being midweek, Wednesday today, it's quite nice to just find a balance in the middle of the week, and this really is a balancing breathing exercise. We balance out the left and the right nadis, which are energy channels in the body, and we just cultivate a nice, even, steady flow of breath on the inhale and on the exhale. You're going to use your right hand. You fold down the index and middle finger. Your thumb will be on the right side of the nostril, and the fourth finger is on the left side of the nostril, just where the bony part of your nose meets the fleshy part. Okay, so just rest the hands there for a moment. Your other hand, your left hand, rest it wherever feels comfortable on the leg. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed and aligned over the hips. Crown of the head extends up. Sit bones root down towards the earth. Resting the fingers either side of the nose. Start by taking a deep breath in through both nostrils. And sigh out through the mouth, just to empty, so we're all on the same breath cycle. Again, breathing in through both nostrils fully. At the top of your inhale, close the right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left, keep going. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And finishing, exhale left. At the end of your exhale, keep your eyes closed, lower the Vishnu Mudra hand, so the hand that was on your nose, and just feel for a neutral spine, so not extending or contracting the spine, just feeling with your eyes closed for what is a neutral spine, so the double S curve, or if that's kind of hard to feel, just a effect of the crown of the head extending up, the chin ever so slightly drawing in, okay? Your shoulders, keep them relaxed and feel that the shoulders align over the hips, okay? Your hips release down, the arms and the leg bones are relaxed. So try not to have any unnecessary tension or holding in or onto the body. This is easier said than done, as you'll notice throughout the practice. Suddenly through breath and through being in various poses, a layer of just holding on that we didn't realize we were doing just sort of melts away. So just always kind of shifting and encouraging the body to release. Bring the hands now to meet at the center of the chest, right palm pressing against the left. So the same idea through this gesture of the hands as we've just done in our breathing exercise of cultivating this idea of balance. Balance in our body, in our mind and in our breath. I always feel that the healthiest lifestyle is one of balance. So never going to excess or really kind of denying yourself too much. Just finding a very balanced lifestyle really is the key. So even in our yoga, feeling this gesture, and here at the heart, our center of compassion and of loving kindness. Hear from your heart, allow whatever word, or maybe it's a sentence, to come to mind. And that sentence or word, make sure it's simple, it's not too overly ambitious or complicated, as you repeat it very gently in your mind's eye 3 times. Stay with the eyes closed and stay with the breath now as you breathe in and out through the nose. Switch from regular natural breath to ujjayi, so breathing in and out with the slight contraction at the back of the throat. Good. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, deep breath all the way in. And as you breathe out, interlace the fingers, invert the palms, so rotate the hands so the palms face me, sink back, bring your chest forward. So we're really spreading the shoulder blades away from the spine, they wrap around the body, the chin drops towards the chest. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall, so we're going into really opening up the front body here. And then back to that sinking back, exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest, press the palms forward. So we're kind of moving in through extension and then contraction. So almost if you imagine cat and cow, we're doing that same movement here in our seat, just lifting and opening between these 2 movements with the breath. Don't worry too much about whether you're inhaling or exhaling on either move. Just make sure that you are breathing a nice, full, rounded breath, okay? Inhale, lifting up this time. When you come to your inhale, you're going to release the hands. Take the right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Hold here for 3 breaths, sitting up tall as you breathe in. Keep the chin in line with the center of the chest. So as you twist, you're twisting the upper back and not just turning your head. 2 more deep breath in. Navel to spine as you breathe out, and I want you to keep your navel to your spine as you take your next breath in, so we keep the core active. See if you can reinforce that abdominal lock, so drawing the navel back and pulling up. Then back to center, both arms lift high to the sky, and we're going to take our twist on the other side, left hand to right knee, and right fingertips behind you. Again, sit up tall from the crown of the head, chin level with the center of the chest. Exhale, find that rotation, that twist, upper mid-back. Okay, so hips stay pointing forward, chin almost level with the center of the chest, so we're not turning to look past the shoulder. 1 more inhale here. And then we come back to center as we breathe out. Your hands now, you're just going to move the hands forward, rolling and releasing down into your pose of the child. So knees nice and wide. Have your arms straight out in front. From your pose of the child here, hands are outstretched, just have a little move from side to side, just feeling the length through the sides of the torso. Keep the arms outstretched in front of you. What I want you to do is just tense your fingers, so you lift the chest up, lift the gaze up, take a breath in. So almost in pose of the child, but we're pulling the chest through the arm bones. This is our breath in here. And then exhale, come up onto all fours, planting the palms, bring the knees so they shift underneath the hips, tops of the feet flat. So we're in our box position, okay? Neutral, all fours. From here, just taking another breath in, push the earth away from you. Exhale, now round the back in your cat pose. So tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, hollowing the belly. Inhale this time, bring your sit bones back towards your heels. Pull the chest forward, tent the fingers, so as we did earlier. So this is our breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, push into all fours, rounding the back for your cat pose. We're going to move in and out of these two. Inhaling, sit bones to heels, tent the fingers, chest and gaze lifts. Exhale, plant the palms, stack the hips over the knees, round the back, lift the chest away from the earth. Keep moving. Inhale, sitting back, gaze up. Exhale, shifting forward, round the back. 4 more. Inhale, you can slide the hands further forward if that feels good. Don't be rigid in the pose. Exhale, rounding into your cat pose. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Last 2. Deep breath in. Exhale for 3. Uno más. Inhale. And exhale, 4. Stay with your rounded back. So in your cat pose, take 3 inhale, exhales here. As you breathe in, you're pushing the earth away. Keep pressing the earth away as you breathe out. Hollow the belly. Lift your chest, like I say, away from the mat. Lift the shoulders away from the mat. Again, breathing in. We're still with our rounded back in our cat pose. Emptying out for 2. Last breath here. Inhale. Stay in this position. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, waking up the arches of the feet. Then moving into your cow pose, drop the belly, pull the chest through the arm bones, lift the gaze. Exhale, come into that box position, so neutral all fours, but hover your knees away from the earth, okay? Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees down, the toes stay tucked. Inhale, gaze lifts, our cow pose. Exhale, neutral all 4, but the knees hover. Okay, so we're moving in and out of these 2, activating the core a little bit more. Inhale, gaze lifts. Turn the crease of the elbows forward. Exhale, it's the crown of the head extending forward. So gaze straight down. You don't need to tuck the chin in too much. Make sure those knees lift. 1 more. Inhale, spine is concave, so sort of a hammock shape. Exhale, spine is neutral as we hover the knees. Good. Then inhale, last one. As you lift the gaze, release the tops of the feet. Exhale, bring your bottom to your heels, walk your arms forward. Take a rest in pose of the child. Just move your hips very gently from left to right, right to left. So we put a little bit of pressure around the hip crease here. Arms, you can keep them relaxed. If you want a little bit more activity, keep extending them forward so you get that stretch along the arm bone, and you'll feel it in the upper back as well. Your head, just let it now release on the floor if it was lifted, so as you roll from side to side, you can almost massage the forehead, so releasing the fascia here, and also just stimulating the nerves around the eyebrow center. Okay, then plant the palms, shift back up into your all 4 position. Tuck the toes under. Okay, so we're going to go from this box position, hover the knees, so we're just lifting. So you really have to zip in at the pubic bone to the navel. From here, you're going to push your bottom back towards your heels. Okay, I'm still got the toes tucked under. We're going to move in and out of this move. So coming forward, inhale, knees hover underneath the hips, gaze straight down. Exhale, push back so you're bringing your bum as close to your heels as possible. Let's do 2 more. Shifting forward, breathing in. See if you can get your shoulders right over the fingertips. Exhale, shifting back, so you're not just dumping the weight in the wrists. We spread it throughout the whole hands. Last 2. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shifting back. Last 1. Inhale, shift forward. Listen closely. Exhale, we're going to shift back. Then from here, as you breathe in, lift your hips up, so as if you're coming through a short downward facing dog. Walk your hands slightly forward, so then you can move forward through your plank. From plank, we're going to do that same movement. The knees come just above the earth. Push the bottom towards the heels. Lift the hips high. So it's going from down dog to your plank. Knees bend, they hover away from the earth. The butt shifts towards the heels. The hips lift to the sky. And off we go. So it's this moving sort of down dog to plank. From plank, the bent knee, hover knee, squat and push back. And just keep rolling and moving through this. Again, don't worry too much whether you should be inhaling or exhaling. It will just occur naturally as your body responds to whether it's really opening and releasing or finding that movement. Good. Keep going. A couple more. Good. Final 1. Whenever you next come to your downward facing dog, that's where we're going to meet. But don't rush to get there because we're going to hang out there for a little while. When you come to your down dog, just bend one knee and the opposite leg, heel down towards the earth. And just hold that for a couple of breaths. So rather than pedaling, I want you just to hold and really direct whichever leg is straight, that heel back towards the earth and down, the kneecap drawing up. Make sure if you are hypermobile, you're not just collapsing your chest down towards the mat. Wrap the elbows in towards the ears. Actively push the earth away. Again, not just with the palms, but with the knuckles and the fingers. Next breath in, lift both heels up nice and high. Whichever leg you bent, bend the opposite and send the other heel of the leg back and down. Release your head here, just rolling it in one direction, nice and gently. And then around in the opposite direction. A very gentle shake or nod, yes and no. Good, and then inhale, lift back up onto both heels. Exhale, start to walk your feet behind your wrists at the top of your mat. Keep a little bend in your knees so you're not locking the joints. Take hold of either elbow if that feels good. And again, just check that you're not holding on. Like I say, we tend to hold on in the body, especially the head and neck. So just a very gentle nod, yes and no, to release there in your forward fold. Just keep hanging out here, enjoying this lovely stretch. So just hanging out here. You could stay here if you liked. If you want to continue, release the arms. Have a look at your toes. See if you need a manicure, a pedicure, or both. Lift up all 10 toes, spread them out nice and wide, starting with your little toes, working in one by one. Then really feel the pad underneath your big toe root down. Hug the legs in, even though we're keeping them hips distance apart. Little bend in the knees. Check that the head isn't sort of tensing up. Keep it nice and heavy. Roll slowly up, squeeze your bottom palms forward. Lift the arms to the sky. Join the palms. So you can see, so I've gone into a really kind of open, flary rib position here. I want you then to level up, find a neutral spine. So it's a tuck position. Reach the fingers high, big breath in. Exhale, join the palms, little bend in the knees, hinge at the hips, and down we go into our forward fold. We're going to work through that a few times. Hands on the shins, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, make sure your hips stay stacked over the ankles, exhale. Now that huge sweep up where I do want you to flare the ribs, open the front body, then exhale, correct, stack the shoulders over the hips, wrap the ribs in. Pause here, lift the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, palms meet, little bend in the knees, and down we go. All the way down, and hands on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades squeeze to the spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Hug the legs in, lift the arms up, big, open, open, open move. So back bend. Exhale, correcting hollow belly. Reach the fingertips up, palms join. Exhale, hands move down the center, hinge at the hips, and down we go again. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Sweep the arms up, opening the chest. Little hip opener as well. Then find that neutral spine, hollow body. Stay there, fingertips as if somebody's pulling you up. Palms join, hands come all the way down, and this time we're going to stay low. Take a halfway lift on your inhale, and then as you breathe out, plant the palms, step all the way back to downward facing dog, okay? So from your downward facing dog, 3 breaths all the way in. 1. Exhale, 1. A little bend in those elbows if you like, to wrap the elbows in more and stay strong. Exhale, 2. Inhale. All the way out, empty, 4, 3. Then next breath in, shift forward through plank. Stay strong, don't let those hips sag. Exhale, lower the knees to the earth, chest between the thumbs and chin in front. Tops of feet come on the mat, slide into your baby cobra, inhale. Stay here, lift the hands off the earth, exhale. Inhale, now reach the arms forward, palms point in, thumbs lift up. Exhale, place the hands down beside the chest, hug the elbows in, push back onto the knees and back into downward facing dog. 1 breath in and 1 breath out. 1 more breath all the way in and 1 more breath all the way out. We're going to do that same flow. So as you breathe in, rock solid, squeeze that booty, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slide onto the belly. Now keep the tops of the feet onto the mat. Exhale, lift the palms away. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Imagine somebody's lifting those thumbs up. Exhale, hands beside the chest, elbows squeeze in, push back onto the knees, and off we pop. Downward facing dog. Just 1 breath this time in. 1 breath all the way out. Last round like this. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Keep the head, the hips, the shoulders level. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Make sure those elbows don't wing out. Tops of feet on the earth. Inhale. Lift the palms. Exhale. Reach the fingers forward. Inhale. Bring the palms down. Hug the elbows in. All the way back in 1 breath to downward facing dog pose. Okie dokie. We're going to stay in our downward facing dog and then just move around, lifting the leg around in some nice circles so we just get some rotation and full movement around the hip joint. Okay, I'm going to start on the left leg. Okay, for camera viewing purposes. I hope it all works out. So we'll all be on the left leg. When you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts up, and we're opening the hip, bend the knee, point the toes. Always feels really good, this one, okay? Make sure you haven't just collapsed in your right arm. Push strongly through the arm and the fingers so your shoulders stay level. It's your hips that are open, okay? Now I want you to keep the left knee bent. As you inhale, you're going to shift forward, so through a plank position, bringing your left knee towards your right elbow, give it a tap. Bring your left knee to your left elbow, and then out to the side, up to point to the sky, that knee, and then back into the open hip down dog, okay? 2 more of those. Take a deep breath in. Shifting forward, exhale, guiding your left knee to your right elbow, your left knee to your left elbow, out to the side, up to the sky, and then into your open hip. Breathing in, Off we go. Exhale, coming forward. Left knee taps right. Left knee taps left. Left knee comes out to the side, points to the sky, and then opens to the side. Lifting the leg as you breathe in. Leveling the hips as you breathe out. Now just notice, remember when we were doing that standing flow and we opened the ribs as we came up and then we closed the ribs as we leveled. See if you can feel that feeling of closing the ribs here. So you're not dumping and flaring the ribs, you're wrapping and hugging them in. Step the left foot forward to the left thumb, lower the right knee and the top of the right foot down. If that didn't make sense, this next little drill will help you understand, okay? So just come up and bring the hands, interlace the hands just above the left knee, okay? And just feeling into the right hip here. Should feel quite nice. We're not sort of working too hard here, just finding about sort of 70% you want to give. Interlace palms. We're going to bring them out in front and then all the way up towards the sky, okay? So what I want you to do is really lift those palms and go into that open stretch that we were doing when we were standing up. So big flary ribs. And then closing that. So you'll notice as we close, bring the palms forward. Keep the left knee stacked over the ankle. Really squeeze your right glute as much as you can. Palms push in front. Okay? So inhale, we're going to sink down low. Flare the ribs, lift the gaze. Exhale, close the ribs, palms in front, knitting in. And that's the feeling I wanted you to feel in down dog, so we're not always flaring, okay? Let's keep going, inhaling. Everything is good, it's just sometimes we do too much of one and so we create an imbalance. Exhale, level, find that stability here. And then inhale, going into that deep flexibility, all right? 2 more. Inhale, firing the legs, firing the right glute. And then sinking down. Good. And then coming up. Hands come forward. Then release the hands, fingertips either side of your left foot. My chest is connected to the left thigh. Keep it connected to the left thigh as you start to shift your bottom back. Lift your left toes up. And your left leg, it doesn't have to be straight, just feeling into that stretch along the back of the hamstring here. You can wiggle a bit from side to side, or like I'm doing, just a few pulses forward and backwards. Very gentle, so not forcing anything, just easing into this nice long stretch through the back of the leg here. Steady out that breath. Notice when we're kind of, this is a bit of a balance. If you suddenly, because you're focusing, you're holding the breath, just keep that rhythm. And then shift forward, planting that left foot down. Take your left hand to the inner edge of the left foot. You could use a block here or even tent your fingers. Tuck your back toes, lift your back heel, okay? Now your back heel is going to pull in, so now the right toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Lifting your left arm to the sky, we're in our lateral angle pose, okay? So here in your lateral angle, your left knee is stacked over the left ankle, right leg straight. Hand that's in the sky, I want you to bend the elbow, take the hand to the base of the skull at the occiput, okay? So just where your neck meets the skull here. Inhale, open the chest up towards the sky. Exhale, take your right elbow towards your left elbow crease. Let's do 3 of these. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, we close. Everybody breathing together. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale, stay lifted. Exhale, take the hand from your head to the sky. Now your legs don't move. You're just going to lift the torso and the arms all the way up, coming into your warrior 2. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Flip the palms from warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg. You may want to toe heel that back foot a little bit. And then exhale, bend the knees, palms meet. Inhale, straighten, palms are facing up. Exhale, bend the left knee, palms do a little clap above your head. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, good. Inhale, arms come out to the side, leg is straight. Turn your left palm down. Take your right hand to the back of the head again. Start to reach forward. Those of you who are hypermobile, make sure you don't lock the joint in that front leg. Okay, reach, reach, reach. And then the left hand comes to the inner edge of the left thigh. Chest lifts, elbow to the sky. Don't worry about too much where that left hand comes, just so you feel that you're creating length in the torso, not collapsing down, okay? So I want you to really feel that opening in the chest as we move through those same moves we did in lateral angle. So opening the chest as you breathe in, then bring the right elbow to the left elbow crease, exhale. 3 more, inhale. Breathe with me, exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. This time inhale coming up, the hand moves from the head. Exhale, you're going to take your hand to your hip. Look down at the earth, bend your left knee. Move your left hand forward a foot and on the little toe side. Now slowly I want you to come up. Hope I'm not going to come off the screen. Let me just check. Into your half moon. I think I'm still here. If not, you can see my toes. Okay? So here in your half moon, just really using your hand here to stack the right hip above the left. And then we're going to do some little taps. Okay? So as you breathe in, your right leg is lifted. As you breathe out, lightly feel the right toes touch the earth, about a foot away from your left foot. Rising up, inhale, the leg lifts. Exhale, little tap. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, the foot taps. 1 more, inhale, leg to the sky. This time, exhale, bring the right foot next to the left, hips distance apart. Take the hand that's on the hip to the earth. And then from the earth, both hands to the shins, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. 2 more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, rising up, inhale, big circle, open ribs. Exhale, stack wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips. Reach the fingertips high, breathing in. Palms meet above the head. Exhale, hands move down your center line. Bend the knees and down we go. Let's repeat that. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Arms to the sky, open body, lifting up. Stay lifted, stack, hollow body. Fingertips high. Exhale, then moving down your center line and we fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to downward facing dog on your exhale. Straight away shift forward into plank, squeeze the glutes, hug the core. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Tops of feet flat on the mat, come into cobra, inhale. Stay here, lift the hands off the earth, exhale. Toes stay down, arms reach forward. Exhale, hands come back in line with the chest, push back into downward facing dog pose. Deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out for a lion. Shift forward into plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra pose, inhale. Hands lift, exhale. Reaching those arms, support the back, activate that posterior chain. Exhale, bring the hands down, push back into your downward facing dog. Stay here, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through your nose. Keep going in through the nose and out through your nose. Okay, so we're moving on to the right side, guys. Again, make sure you really feel the difference between when you're closing the body, which I want you to do, and when you're opening. So what I mean, this is opening. I want you to try not to feel that in your down dog. This would be closing our hollow body, which doesn't look very attractive, but it's very helpful and healthy for our spine. All right, so right side, guys. When you're ready, inhale, lift the right leg all the way up, open the hip, and bend the knee. Okay, so right toes pointing towards your left butt cheek. Noticing if you've dumped in the left arm, push strongly through the left arm, wrap the left elbow crease forward, head releases down, okay? So we're keeping the left knee bent. Start to shift forward through your plank position as you bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Shift it out to the side so you're really getting that full range of motion around the hip joint, and then point the right toes to the left, okay? 2 more of these. Take a breath in. We're moving on the exhale, shifting forward, right knee to left elbow, right knee to right elbow, right knee out to the side as wide as you can go, right knee up to the sky, and then toes point to the earth. Breath in. We move on the exhale again, shifting forward so you get your shoulders over the fingertips, right to left, right to right, right out to the side, knee points to the sky, up we come. Then inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, level the hips, okay? So this is where I want you to feel that you're not flaring the ribs, you've got that hollow body, so wrap it in. Then step your right foot to your right thumb, lower the left knee and the top of the foot down. Great job, everybody, okay? Whichever way you interlaced your fingers, so probably the natural way, switch that up, hands just above the knee. I'm going to change ends just so you see me when we go through our warrior 2 on the other side, okay? So hands are interlaced. I'll just move my mat back a touch as well. Hands are interlaced, just feeling into the hip here, especially the left hip crease. Notice how the bum's a bit saggy. So again, we want to, this isn't bad, but if you're always like this in your yoga moves, you're never activating the muscles and firing. So the idea of this class, and most of my classes, that we move in between the two, okay? So you understand firing, releasing, and again, just finding an overall balanced practice, all right? So we're gonna bring the hands up in front to the sky, and then really start to open so you feel the ribs flare. You're doing that typical like Instagram yoga shot where you're like, woohoo, serious back bender. However, we then want to find strength in the body. So imagine crown of the head is lifting up by a piece of thread. Palms move forward. Squeeze your left butt cheek, okay? So now you feel really strong and stable in the pose. With the breath, inhale, opening the body, lift the gaze. Exhale, start to hug the muscle to the bone, thighs in, navel in, palms forward. 2 more, woo, this is hard work. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that juicy butt. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, well done. Okay, so from here we release the hands, they come either side of the right foot. Chest is connected to the right thigh. Right leg doesn't have to be straight, we're just shifting the hips back. Lift the right toes, be on your fingertips, and just feel into this hamstring stretch here. Years ago, I tore my hamstring and it's still a pain. So those of you, I really advise you, go easy in any hamstring stretch. It's the most common injury in yoga because we just get so excited to go deeper into those stretches. But like I said earlier, just go nice and easy, nice and gently. Little wiggle from side to side. Before shifting forward, plant the right foot down onto the mat. Take your right hand to the inner edge of the right foot. Back toes will tuck, back knee will lift, and then you're swiveling that left heel in. So you want to really have your front heel bisecting the back arch. Back toes pointing to the long edge of the mat. Right hand is on the earth as the left arm lifts up to the sky. This is our lateral angle pose. Draw the left kneecap up so we stay strong in the pose. Use the arm that's on the inner edge of the right leg to press it away so we open up through the hip. Top hand now comes to the back of the neck, base of the skull. Opening the chest as you breathe in. Left elbow to right elbow crease, exhale out. Keep going. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lowering. This time as we lift, we take the hand from the back of the head to the sky. So legs stay rock solid. Squeeze that bum, engage the core, come up into your warrior 2. Oh, that's a horrible move, but you can do it because we're going to flip the palms and a nice little rest as we straighten the arms, palms meet. Exhale, sink down low. Keep the palms facing up, okay? Inhale, arms up. Hug the legs in. Fire up both glutes. Exhale, sink down low. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. Keep going. Inhale, up. I think we did the arms different on the other side. Exhale, down. So stay here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. So now we're ready for our next move. Right palm, face it away. Start to reach forward. Take your left hand to the base of the skull. Have your right palm facing towards me so you can really push against the leg to help press the thigh and get that movement that we are opening and flaring and opening the body here. So like cow pose of cat and cow, okay? Big, broad, open chest and collarbones, okay? Keep that action as you lift the gaze. And then exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, 4. This time, inhale, coming up. Arm to the sky. Exhale, take that top hand to your hip. Lower your gaze. Bending your right knee, reach your hand forward. A foot in front of the foot. I'm going to move back for viewing purposes. Up we come into our half moon pose. Okay, so you're feeling for the left hand that the hip is stacked. Press your hips and your chest towards me. Take a breath in. We've got our little toe taps. Exhale, tap the left toes. Close to the right heel. Inhale, lift it up. The closer you are to the heel, the more of a challenge. Exhale, 2. Maybe it just hovers and it doesn't even touch the earth. Inhale. Even more of a challenge, sweep it all the way forward. Exhale, 3. Inhale, leg up. And then exhale, placing your left foot to your right. Feet hips distance, little bend in the knees. And hang out here. Woohoo! Well done, guys. Blubber the lips. Take a nice big sigh. Just whatever feels really good here because the hard part is over. Okay, so where we're going to go from here is through that similar flow that we did earlier. So what I want you to do is just place the hands down and wherever you are in your mat, just step back into downward facing dog. So we all meet here, Adho Mukha Svanasana, okay? From your downward facing dog, shifting forward through plank. This time I want you to lower all the way down to your belly. So really try and stay like a plank. Make sure the bottom doesn't shift up or conversely drop down. We come all the way down to our tummy. Hooray! Okay? Now what I want you to do is with your knees, we're going to bend the knees and get the big toes to touch. Okay? So sort of like a triangle pose. You can separate the knees a little bit wider. Fingertips, move them a little bit further forward so they're not by your chest, just slightly in front of your shoulders, maybe a bit wider. Okay? So just feel this position, then release the legs back down. So you see how my legs are about as wide as my mat. Next breath in, you're going to lift the chest up, bend the knees, find that position with the big toes, so big toes touch, chest open. Exhale, release the legs and the chest down. 5 more of these. Inhale, coming up. I want you to make sure you're squeezing your bum so you protect your low back. Exhale as if you're trying to drag yourself forward. Release the chest down. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last 3. Breathing in. Breathing out. Final 2. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, lifting up, big breath in. And exhale, we melt all the way down. Just stay down, bring one palm on top of the other, rest your forehead on your hands. Gently just rock the hips from left to right, right to left. And then take your hands. They're going to just be a little bit closer. So before we have them, well, you can have them as before, just in front of the shoulders, but maybe a little bit closer. Legs will be closer, gaze down. Then I want you to just lift your right leg up, bend the knee, tap the right toes behind the left knee crease, okay? Then we come up through center, release the leg down. Same thing on the other side, bend the left knee, left toes point, lifting the thigh, tap the toes, just behind the thigh on the right side, then come through center. We go to the other side and just keep moving from side to side. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twisting. Just again, getting that movement in the back, around the hips. A few times. One more set. Last one to the left, or left foot to the right rather, and then we come through center, lifting the chest up, breathing in, and then slowly lower back down. 2 more. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Notice how my feet stay down, glutes on. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up, stay up. Take your right hand, move it to the left, lower down, open your left arm out to the side so we come onto our back. Shift your bottom so our whole body is now along the mat, and any hair ties, just releasing them so they don't annoy you. Okay, so here on the mat, on our back, let's lift the arms over the head. Just take a big stretch, the back can arch, stretch from limb to limb. And exhale, draw both knees in, give yourself a big hug. Toes stay pointed, shoulders are lifted away from the earth. Big breath in. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the head and the arms down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your knees to the right. Inhale, lift the knees up through center. Exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale, center. Twice more. Over to the right. Inhale, center. Over to the left. Inhale, center. Try and keep the knees in line with the hips as you lower them to the right. Keep them there. Turn your gaze to the left. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, give it a nice long sigh. Feel that softness through the shoulders. Close the eyes, soften. From the eyes through to the throat, down the shoulders and the arms. From the arms, moving through the chest, torso and hips. And from your hips, the legs, the knees, the ankles and the feet. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. And then just moving gently now, knees come up through center. You can place the feet down on your way. Little hop with the hips to the right as you let the knees now fall to the left. And your head turn the opposite way. Again, eyes closing, just feeling with these next few breaths, that wave, softening the body. With each exhale, just moving part by part down the body from top to bottom. One more breath here. And then just slowly bringing the knees back up, finding that long central line of energy as you hop the hips to center. And then just release the legs out in front of you if you need to grab anything to make sure that you're cozy and comfortable. Now's the time to do so. As you do so, just you can also lift your head, check the body's in a nice straight line, your legs separated, the feet just flopping out as if 10 to 2 on a clock. Reach your fingers towards your toes so you feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades move down the spine. And as you release the shoulders down, just really press your shoulder blades down into the mat so you feel that opening across the chest. Just actively push down, down, down with the shoulder blades. And then just release. Back of the head long, back of the neck long. Eyes closed. Let's all together take a deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh through your mouth. As we rest here for a few moments in Shavasana. So just allowing the body to completely relax here until you hear my voice again. Wherever your mind has drifted, very slowly bringing it back to the movement of your breath. Very gradually increasing the length and depth of each new breath that comes. And when it feels right for you, you can stay in Shavasana or start to make little movements in your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. When you take another big breath in, ride that breath to lift the arms up over your head. Again, stretching from limb to limb through the arms, through the legs. And as you breathe out, the knees draw in. Once more, just giving yourself an easy hug here. Keep the head and shoulders on the ground. Just rock the knees from side to side. And then settling at center, release the right arm all the way up over the back of the head, so the back of the hand comes on the earth. Use the left hand to guide the knees and the body all to the right side. Left hand comes on the earth by your chest, pushing to come up to a comfortable seated position. Here in your seat, crossing the legs, bringing the hands to the center of the chest. Take a deep breath in. Namaste.